Evening people, evening people. I think I'm about a minute late. Yeah, it wouldn't let me stream initially when I first fired it up. Don't know what's going on there, but we're in now. That's all that matters. So tonight, round 8 of the MRC Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. You are with me, Darksmoka, watching the Pro League. We have got the Pro Am League live as well on Ghost Realm Gaming's channel. What's being changed there? Fuel depletion times 3, yeah, and fuel depletion times 3, okay. Oh, it's gone from 2 to 3, okay. So yes, round 8 from Alsace Village Circuit tonight. Can be an awkward track. I quite like it myself, either way round. But 2 race format for you guys tonight. We've got the first 11 lap race. Fuel and tyre wear is on. Let me just pull up the info for that. So race 1, we have 15 minutes of quali, obviously. Race 1 starts 8:45, 11 lap race, 100% of fuel. They can use any tyres for the race they like, and no mandatory pit stop for race 1. And then they jump into a little break, and then jump into race 2, which is going to be a 17 lap race. They start with 70% of fuel, and there is a pit stop window, so they are not allowed to stop before the end of lap 7. They can come in for damage and fuel, but they can't come in for tyres before that. Let's just see if we've got any penalties. Not that I can see. Oh, I think Burntfry's got a penalty. I don't think he's allowed to qualify. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, I think I'm right. Who have we got in the room tonight? Potter McPot, Purzel. He's back after a week off. Burntfry's in the house. Dangly Ball, Surfer Ev. TNR Philo, NGR Jambu, MRC Bobby, G Marge, and PAV 46. So it is an open qualifying session, so if drivers are a little bit late, they can still join. Burntfry, evening. Tim, evening. How you doing? Love this track. Yeah, me too. Me too. Right, let's get ourselves on track. Find out who's putting these hot laps in. So, no hot laps on the board yet. It's quite a long circuit, this one, in the GR3s. Not allowed to qualify. What did you do, Burntfry? Let's go and gloat at him sitting in the pits. What did you do, Burntfry? Are you a naughty boy? Look at him. Sitting there. Okay. So we won't do a lap yet. In fact, oh no, we'll stick with Philo. He's not far off starting the next lap. Let's see what sort of time he puts in for his hot lap. So I've got damage on heavy tonight, so if they do come into contact with a wall, there are several of them in this on this circuit, or each other, pick up damage, it does mean a trip to the pits to get that repaired or deal with the consequences. So if it's aero damage, it'll only really affect them at the higher speeds and on the longer straights. But if it's engine, gearbox or wheels, it's going to get you all over the place. Right, let's get ourselves on board for a lap with TNR Philo. So he's gone around that first turn, which is pretty much a hairpin. It's not, it's a little bit open, it's not a direct hairpin. Over the brow of the hill, down into this first banked turn. Again, very similar to the first corner, almost a hairpin. So into this long sweeping left. Again, you can see the camber on this track. It does aid for some awesome cornering. Hard on the brakes into this 90 right. Again, just dips on the apex there, allows the car to grip a little bit, and the same for that corner. This corner a little bit different. Do seem to end up running wide on this one, even though there's a great big camber on it. A lot of the drivers ended up on that grass on the right there. And then into the long, open, sweeping right-hander. Catching the apex. Halfway round it. And then down towards one of the tightest turns on the circuit. Hard on the brakes for this one. Through the little kink left, down hard on the brakes, down all the way into first gear for TNR Philo. Through that hairpin. Back through this awkward little left-hander. If you don't get that little dip right, as you can see, TNR Philo not quite getting it right. Just chucks you out to the right-hand side there, and into the grass he goes. So that could be this lap thrown away. So into these last couple of turns, the right, left. Again, easy to catch the ball through here. TNR Philo just keeping it in a straight line. What's he put in then? Oh, he's already got a 149 on the clock. I didn't see that. That wasn't up before. So 149.3. Pot currently sitting second, 150.1. Jambu in third. He's on a 151.1. What have you been up to? In my opinion, I did nothing wrong. But basically, dangly ball hit me up the arse, and I got a penalty for it. Well, there you go. There's the man himself. Dangly ball sitting in fourth, 151.3 in the Renault. G-Marge in the Mercedes, 151.5. It's a lovely car. I like driving this car. Not so much with fuel and tyre wear on, but just in general, bop on. It's quite nice. Purcell 6, he's on a 151.8. Surfer Ev in 7th, 152.1. MRC Bobby yet to put a hot lap in. Just burning some fuel off as he goes around on his first out lap. He's on the soft tyres for qualifying. Pav 46 in 9th, yet to put a hot lap in also. And Burnt Fry been a naughty boy, sitting this one out in the pits. So yeah, very nice circuit this one. It's quite open. There are only 1 or 2 real tight spots on it. Whoa, Philo getting the hairpin wrong this time, just powering out a little bit early. That's compromised him through that left-hander again. He's still holding that top spot, 3/4 of a second faster than Potter McPot at the minute. His soft tyres have taken a beating though. 4 laps of Alsace for those softs. He's having to drift it around those last couple of turns. He looks like he's stopping out for another one. Maybe not had any time for testing either, so maybe this is his practice for TNR Philo, just getting as many laps in as possible. Pot coming through, not quick at that time, 150.6, so half a second down. He's also drifting that M6 around the first turn. Not so much wear on those softs for Potter. Jambu in the pits getting a fresh set. Expect softs, yep. Dangly Balls also just come out of the pits on a fresh set of softs as well. G-Marge 5th. Doing too bad on his softs, putting in his 4th lap now. Purcell, fresh set of boots. He's put a 151.8 in. I'm good, Burnt Fry. I'm good. Oh, so you've changed your YouTube logo to your tag name to CRT Burnt Fry as well now. Well done. Surfer Ev 7th, 152.1. Jambu has just chucked himself into 3rd. Oh no, he's not. I've already looked at Jambu. Bobby into 8th. So out on his hot lap now. He has got a couple of drivers in front of him. Hopefully Pav sees him coming on a hot lap and maybe... Oh, Bobby catching the grass on the way into the hairpin. That's cost him that lap. Potter McPot coming through again on those worn tyres. That's Potter McPot almost into the wall. So Bob then is going to have to try again. 15 minutes of quali. We are 9.5 minutes in already. As I say, long laps here at Alsace. Pav 46. So just coming down to finish his first hot lap now. 151.4 for Pav, throws himself into 5th. So he's got about 5 minutes to try and get those times down. So Bobby then at the back of the pile at the minute. He's not managed to beat the 2 minutes, but one out lap and one compromised hot lap. That's all he's had so far. And Burnt Fry still hanging his head in shame. Shame, Burnt Fry. I know it took me long enough. Look, my eyes are not what they used to be. I just saw the shape of the word and knew it was you, alright? So Potter's coming for a fresh set of boots. He's looking to better his time come the end of quali. Burnt off a fair chunk of fuel as well as Potter, nearly half a tank. This is his out lap though. Billy Miller, evening. How you doing? Made it before the end of race 1 tonight. Jambu's still holding that third. MRC Dangly Ball still holding 4th, doing alright. The Renault this season is Dangly. Struggled a little bit. What were you driving last season, Dangly? Was it the awful liveried Ford GT that made most people want to vomit? Was it that? I know that. I know that, Burnt Fry. So Pav 46, we've just seen him cross the line for that 5th position. What's he on at the minute? 145. Might not be a bad lap for Pav. Oh, he's in the pits anyway for this one. So Surf has gone a bit quicker. 6th position, 151.4. And quicker again, 151.2. So he pushes Pav and Dangly Ball down a spot. Purcell's also gone quicker, 151.1. So the lighter weight cars are starting to take chunks out of those qualifying times. And Dangly Ball just gone quicker again, putting in a 150.8 in the Renault. Sticks himself into 3rd position on the grid. He'll be very happy about that. Bob putting sad faces on the chat. I'm not sure what's going on with sad faces. Here to give Surfer Ev some verbal fair. Let's go and have a look at him. Oi, Surfer Ev, Billy Miller's here for you. Wants a word. I don't know what about. Yeah, 6th position now for Surfer Ev. Was 5th. Dangly Ball just denying him of that position. So what have we got? 13 minutes on the clock, 2 minutes remaining. Enough time for one more lap for the majority of these drivers. So TNR Philo, even after he's not raced a lot of this season, but sticking in pole position laps at the minute, 149.3 for him. Potter McPot has struggled to try and take anything out of that time. Still on that 2nd lap time of 150.1 for Potter. Let's see what Dangly Ball's got as he comes around this final turn. It's close, it's a 150.985. Looks like he's got his laps dialed. So Jambu on 150.9. Purcell on a 150.1, sorry, 151.1. Surfer Ev. Billy says Tino Feeler's better than you. No. He didn't have the na bit, but I'm sure that's what he's thinking. Get some grief tonight, Surfer. I suppose I don't have to pass it on, but you're going to see it in the chat anyway at some point. So Pav then pushed down into 7th now, 151.4 for Pav. Timing line coming up after this long right-hander. saying? He's on a fresh set of boots. It is a hot lap as well, so he's quicker than his fastest time. If he can keep that up, he'll take that position from Surfer Ev. He may even squeeze 5th back. Oh, Surfer Ev just getting it wrong on that left-hander where we saw Philo go off. Let's just see what Pav's got. It's not going to be far off. So he chucks himself up into 4th. That was a good, that'll be final lap for him. 150.877 there for Pav, sticks himself in 4th position. So that is pretty much going to be qualifying over bar the drivers we've still got left to come over the line. So TNR Philo, first place. He actually goes quicker right at the end of qualifying. 148.6 Philo, 1.4 seconds quicker than Potter McPot. Putting the pressure on already in qualifying, showing the boys out there what he's got. Dangly Ball's in 3rd, Pav 46 in 4th, Jambu 5th, Perzel in 6th, Surfer F 7th, G Margin 8th, Bobby in 9th, and Naughty Burnt Fry in 10th. He's happy with that, is TNR Philo. He's going to spend the last little qualifying, see if he can take it out on those rear tyres. Has he got time to get those fully red before Potter McPot starts this race? He's been called an alien, is Philo, and rightly so too. So a big shout out to the sponsors of this season as well. Team Oliver Racing, the mental case truck racing team. So big shout out to Martin and Stuart for that. Also, if you want some stuff hauling around the country, go give Martin Oliver Transport a look as well. Surfer, evening. Stop chatting. Get on with your race. Billy's here to give you some shit. Grief. Billy's here to give you some grief. That's not very professional of me, is it? Billy, see what you've done to me. Oh my god, I can't believe it. That's it. I could be sacked now. Cancel culture could come in. Yeah, that gets laughs. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, thanks. Come through thick and fast when it's all going wrong. Nice one, boys. Let me glug some coffee before the race 1 starts. So we are about to start race 1. Right, you can't argue now, is it DJ? Yeah, you can't argue, he's racing, so let him race. Not that you can hear you. You can hear me talking about it. I know you are, Billy, I know you are. Right, race 1. Lights are on, 11 laps to go. The revs are up. Do we get clean starts from everyone? There's a wedge load of wheel spin from Potter and Dangly Ball. It's a great start from TNR Philo though. The Audi's getting a good start again at the off the line. But it's the 2 BMWs leading the way, 1st and 2nd. Jambu trying to squeeze his way up the inside of Potter McPot, side by side as they head up and over the hill. Potter should just be able to... No, he doesn't. He's not able to carry the speed. So Jambu sneaks through into 2nd then. He's looking for a move on TNR Philo already into turn 3. Not quite able to do that. Potter McPot under threat from another Audi of MRC Bobby. As I say, the Audi's getting away really well. Let's just have a look. See Potter McPot. Oh, he's holding a little bit of rear end damage, but on the soft tyre. So Philo still leading. 0.8 of a second over Jambu now. Jambu half a second over Bobby. Bobby coming back under threat from Potter McPot for that position. We've got Perzel in another Audi right behind Potter McPot. The two Burkhardt liveried Audis in the yellow. MRC Dangley Ball in the Renault in 6th. Burkhardt getting a great start. He's got himself up into 7th. Eighth is G Marge and 9th is Surfer Ev. Have we lost the driver? Who have we lost? Who have we lost? We've lost somebody. We did have 10 drivers on track. So Philo pulling more of a lead. 1.7 seconds, 1.8 seconds, 2 seconds. He is absolutely loving it. Liking the Alsace Circuit, putting in some storming qualifying laps as well. So Jambu still holding that second, pulled himself more time over MRC Bobby, 1.1 seconds. Potter McPot still tucked under the rear wing of that Audi. He wants that position back. Just losing a bit of time there, Potter, as they run up the hill. Maybe close back down under braking. Ah, it's path 46. Path 46 we've lost. Unfortunately, doesn't look like we're having a restart, although Potter, I think he's just seen the chat himself. Seen that Pav's been oofed out of the room, and that's just caused him all sorts of issues. He spun himself into the wall, picked up loads of damage. So that could be Potter McPot's race 1 done. Duco, evening mate, how you doing? Go Potter. Yeah, unfortunately you've just witnessed Potter doing a naughty. Race 1 ruined for Potter McPot. TNR Philo though extends 3.1 seconds out front. We are only on to lap 2, although they are long laps. He is absolutely running away with this one already. 3.4 seconds over second place Jambu. The Audi, no match for TNR Philo's setup round at Alsace. Yeah, Pav's just been booted from the lobby, mate. I didn't realise he'd not started. I knew we were a driver missing, I just didn't know which one. And unfortunately it was Pav 46. Hopefully he comes back for race 2. So, some storming times from TNR Philo. 1:49.5 on lap 2. Jambu, nearly 2 seconds down, 1:51.3. Now 4 seconds behind race leader TNR Philo. You can see the gap there. Burnfry's got himself up into 4th. He was 7th. He didn't qualify, so he did start at the back of this race, piling on the pressure for the podium positions in race 1. It is a great livery, Burnfry, putting all that pressure on MRC Bobby. So into this long sweeping left of the inside of Bob. Bob's now got the advantage as they come into this next turn. Where's he gone? Now Burnfry carrying all the speed. Just carries it straight past Bob. Not sure what happened to Bob there, but properly compromised. So Burnfry up into podium positions now. And MRC Bobby has got to be careful that he doesn't come under attack from Dangley Balls for that 4th position as well. Putting in some good qualifying times for Dangley. He is coming under threat. Has Bob got damage? No damage for Bob. What's happening? Has he got issues with his equipment? Who knows? But Dangley Balls all over the rear end of Bob. And the Audi's usually really good on acceleration coming out of these turns, but the Renault, you can see, all sorts of pressure on MRC Bobby for that 4th position. Did he get off the line? I didn't see him get off the line. I don't know what happened. So lost a bit of time there for Dangly Ball. G Marge then holding 6th position. He's only half a second back from Dangly Ball, but under a lot of pressure from Surfer Ebb for that slot. Purzel, so also picking up damage. He's sitting in 8th position. And Potter McPot's now fully repaired, back up to race pace, but sitting at the back of the pack. He's only 2.1 back from Purzel, so he should be able to take that position. Is Purzel even going to bother coming in the pits? Nope. He stays out. Potter McPot closing that gap up on him as well. I'm not even talking about you, Philo. It's disgusting. It's a disgusting amount of time to be in front. 6.6 seconds. We're only on lap 4. 6.5 minutes in. Stop it. So Jambu holding on to second. But for how long? Burnt Fry closing up on him. 1.5 is the gap at the minute. He's managed to drop MRC Bobby. Bobby still coming under threat from Dangly Ball. You can see the Renault doing everything he can to get past MRC Bobby. Bobby putting his car in all the right places at the minute. I think there's some longer straights on here, Bob. I don't think you'd stand a chance. The Renault just seems to... Oh, nearly lost the tail end of it. Yeah, the Renault just seems to pull out the corners. So he's allowing G Marge and Surfer Ebb to close up though. Potter McPot's got himself past Purzel now. But again, running really slowly for Potter McPot. I'm not sure what's happening here. Or maybe he's got into a little bit of a collision with Purzel. Purzel now picked up front end damage as well. Yes, that looks like it. Potter McPot possibly... I don't know what's happened, but it looks like he's got tangled up with Purzel somehow. Purzel did only have rear end damage. He's now got front end damage. I think Potter McPot is just going to follow Purzel round. Maybe feels a little bit guilty about that one. Philo, stop it, 8 seconds. So Jambu is coming under more threat from Burnt Fry. Gap down to less than a second. Getting a bit of coverage tonight, Burnt Fry. Pulls another 10th in through there. Another 2/10 in fact. Gap down 2.7 of a second. Closing in more for CRT Burnt Fry. NGR Jambu in front in the Audi. So just half a second between CRT Burnt Fry and Jambu. Goes a little bit wide through there. Burnt Fry just compromised himself a little bit on the exit. Allows Jambu to pull a little bit of a gap on him. Down into this hairpin. Again, Burnt Fry closing up under braking. Jambu losing the tail end of that Audi. Heading up to this awkward left-hander. Do they both keep it clean? Yes, but there's only 1/4 of a second between Burnt Fry and Jambu. Jambu might struggle coming down to these final turns. Burnt Fry's not able to sling it up the inside. Maybe just looking for a run into turn 1. That's a shame. A lap with Philo. You want a lap with Philo? Let's find out where he is on circuit. Oh, he's only just up the road. I say he's only just up the road. We did a lap with Philo during qualifying, if you lot would have paid attention. We were here on time. So Burnt Fry is about halfway around the circuit at the minute, so we'll just stick with this little battle. I do want to check. Oh, I did say we'd stick with this little battle. There I am flicking over to Philo. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening to Bob. Dangly Ball's got past him, and by a long way as well. Bobby 2.5 seconds back. Still no damage on that car. Fresh set of boots as well, so he's been in the pits. What's happening, Bob? Maybe he'll pop up in the chat halfway through during the mid-race break. Holding up 5th. Surfer Ev now 1.2 seconds back. He's got himself past G Marge. G Marge also coming for fresh tyres. Did Surfer Ev come in? Yes. So Potham and Potts back out the pits into 8th position. And Purcell, after getting that damage repaired, out in 9th position. So it could be a good battle between these two. Okay, here you go. This is what you wanted. A lap on board with Purcell. Is this the view you want? So through turn 1, almost hairpin, running up the hill. He's got a fair bit of wear on those softs as well. Looks like he's going to go for a no stopper. He's got plenty of time to play with. 11 seconds now. Philo. It's disgusting. Over the brow of the hill, hard on the brakes, into the sweeping right. Into the sweeping left. Getting some nice cambers on this circuit. To keep the power on. So down the hill, down a couple of gears, let it roll through the kink. Again, big dip on the inside of that one, and a little kink, a little dip on the inside of this one as well. Chunk just there. So over this little brow of the hill, blind apex. As you come over, you've got to know where the corner is here. Through that left-hander, being careful not to run it out wide. Philo just keeping it on track. So feathering the throttle through this long right-hander. Driver's taking various lines through there, holding it out wide and coming back in tighter, or starting off tight and letting it run wide. It depends on what you like. So through the little left-hand kink, hard on the brakes into the tightest turn on the circuit, down to first gear for Philo. Again, does a good job keeping it in a straight line with that tyre wear on the back. Through the kink left, again we saw Philo run wide during qualifying. Up over the hill, under the bridge, down through the other Gran Turismo bridge, through the hard right left. Again, just struggling to slow the car down, get it turned in properly for Philo now. The wear starting to really come into effect. He's still got 12.5 seconds lead. So there is your lap on board with TNR Philo. Nice and close. Yeah, Hirokram races in tomorrow's team versus team, the Battle of the Groups race. Yeah, very consistent driver, very consistent. Let's get out of that view. So, a lot of drivers coming in for tyres. Bob then. He was in second, but Jambu then holds that second position. Burnt Fry is still right on his tail. Both of these drivers coming in for fresh boots. Only a minute and a half left on the clock as well. Oh, sorry, it's an 11 lapper, isn't it? It's not time, it's 11 laps. We're on lap 8. Still make that mistake from a couple of seasons ago. Burnt Fry all over that Audi at the minute in the Lexus, going for a little move up the inside. He's not going to have the advantage into the next turn. Both drivers getting it a little bit wrong through there. Jambu running it wide, Burnt Fry getting a little bit tail happy. So both drivers, unfortunately or luckily, managed to keep their position. Burnt Fry again looking for a way past. He's got a good exit. Again tries to run down the inside, but Jambu's going to have the line into the hairpin. Both on the fresh tyre, but Jambu likes running it wide through there. So through the awkward left-hander up the hill. Again, both drivers keeping it perfectly on track. Through the section we've just been on board with TNR Philo, the final section. So this might be a tactical move by Burnt Fry. He may be quicker than Jambu, he may be able to pass Jambu anytime he likes. But as they come into race 2, the top 3 have to carry over a bit of success ballast. So it's 5 clicks of extra weight for P1, 4 clicks of extra weight for P2, and 3 clicks of extra weight for P3. So Gr3 could just be sitting in this third position, so he gets a slightly better advantage over Jambu in race 2. And doesn't carry as much weight. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so it did look like Gr3 did have plenty of speed. He chopped all the time that he got between them down. And then he's just been sat behind Jambu for about 2 or 3 laps. Again, he could have run himself down the inside there, decided against it, or he might just be leaving it till the very last minute, knowing he's got the power. Possibly making Jambu stress his tyres out a little more than he wants. Philo getting all squiffy on new tyres. What are you doing, Philo? You look better on the old beaten up ones. But even with a stop, he's got a 14.6 second lead, Philo. The boys are right. Alien status, that's the only way to put it. So Gr3 has gone for a move then. He does chuck himself up into second. So on to lap 10, 2 laps remaining, plenty of fuel on board for these two. Maybe a little bit more for Gr3, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that gap as well, 0.3 at the minute. Let's check through the field. Bobby, 3.7 seconds back in 4th. Dangley Ball's 5th, so not doing too bad in the Renault. Surfer Ev's closed up on him though, he's in the BMW. He's closing up quite rapidly as well on Dangley Ball. Tyre wear very similar between the two. Surfer Ev holding a wedge of fuel though over Dangley Ball. So G-Marge 7th, he's having a little race all of his own at the minute. 15.3 seconds in front to Surfer Ev and 55 seconds back to Potter McPot in 8th. He's still got Jambu for, Purcell for company. Doesn't look like they've come into contact again, which is good. I don't even know what to say, Philo. It's disgusting, Billy, isn't it? It's disgusting. So missed the Jambu taking Gr3 back, although he's coming back as they come over the hill. Again. Oh, Jambu just outbraking himself almost into the final couple of turns. Right, final lap, it's on between these two. I'm going to go and check TNR Philo out as he comes across the line, but that's pretty much it. Because there's a pretty close battle going on here. We have got a close battle behind MRC, Bobby, Dangley Ball and Surfer Ev, nose to tail. G-Marge having that race of his own. And then Potter McPot and Purcell all the way back here. Philo, you disgust me. Jambu and Gr3 still at it. These three still at it as well. Dangley Balls again trying to make moves on MRC Bobby. Surfer Ev just sitting in the background, waiting for one of these two to make a mistake or just leave a door wide open. Dangley Ball trying to run around the outside of Bob. Surfer Ev gets a good run on the inside of Dangley Ball. Dangley Ball will have the advantage into the next turn. Oh, he's run himself a little bit deep. Surfer Ev comes back at him. Oh, tiny bit of contact. Racing incident for me, nothing in it there. So Surfer Ev does get himself up into 5th. He's now putting all the pressure on MRC Bobby for that position, but race leader TNR Philo comes around the final turn now. He has had an absolute stormer, puts him fastest lap of the race as well. Philo, stop it, he banned. So Jambu, can he hold on to this? Only 2 corners left to go. Oh, a little bit of contact between Jambu and Burnt Fry. Another victim to the wiki page star. So Jambu gonna take second, then Burnt Fry third. MRC Bobby just gonna hold on to 4th position. Dangly Ball's actually getting that 5th position back off Surfer Ev as well. Handbrake across the line as a celebratory spin. So Surfer Ev 6th after that. G Marge. So he comes home then to take 7th. Had a bit of a lonely race, has G Marge. He's obviously happy. Handbrake across the line from himself as well. So we just wait for Potter McPot and Purzel. So these two actually getting caught up at some point. I think it was possibly as Potter came out of the pits for his tyres. Maybe at turn 1. Right, yeah, lost Pav. No. Is he going to come back for race 2? I didn't see him rejoin the lobby, but I've not been paying that much attention to that chat. Or this chat, to be honest. Yeah, they are pretty good on Sim Duco, majority of them. Aliens. As they are commonly known. More grief for Surfer. But it's Billy's fault anyway. Anyone who wants to complain about the swearing, it's Billy's fault. He turned up and literally within like 10 seconds. I'd swarmed. Yeah, Potter getting it all wrong. But it starts him in a good position for race 2. Him and Purzel actually. Purzel starting from the front. Potter McPot in second. We'll see if they can benefit from that. Although it's compromised in race 1, it might benefit him in race 2. And again, top 3 from race 1 carry over extra weight into race 2. It's a success ballast. So P1 carries over 5 clicks of extra weight. Don't ask me what that is. It's some kilograms of weight. Second place takes 4 extra clicks of weight. Again, some kilograms, but obviously less kilograms than first place. And third is 3 clicks of extra weight. Slightly less some kilograms than fourth places. Second place is some kilograms. Why has MRC Bobby left the room? Oh, okay, he's lost all sound. And it doesn't look like we're getting Pav 46 back in the room. I don't know what he's using for a router up in that there northern Yorkshire, or wherever it's from, Yorkshire. Is it Yorkshire? Or is it Lancashire? I don't know. It's northern. Yes, I don't know what he's using for a router, but it's not working very well. Stick another 50p in meter, Pav. That's what it is. But Billy, you'd be banned. You'd be banned, right? Lockdown broadband. Well, it could be. I don't know about lockdown. It's locked him out. Hello, Bob. What happened, Bob? You looked like you were running slow at points. What was going on? Yeah, you look like you were running really slow at points. But at least you're faster than Surf. At least you're faster than Surfer Ev. Okay, fair enough, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if race 2 goes better. You didn't have a bad race, like Billy says. It was a good race. Just points, you just, yeah. Off the pace for some reason. But there you go, explained. So yeah, race 2, reverse grid. They only start with 70 litres of fuel, so not a full tank. They have to use at least 2 compounds of tyre, and they are not allowed to stop 4 tyres before the end of lap 7. So if you pick up damage, you can come in. If you've if you want to stick some more fuel in your car for whatever reason, you can do. But you can't put tyres on before the end of lap 7. Some people have done it, and you do pick up a penalty for it. Bobby, Bob. I want, don't get. There you go. That's what the kids of today don't know, innit? They don't get that kind of life lesson. That the elder generation, like Billy, can give out. Still no sound. How bizarre, Bob. Using a headset, or are you trying to use your TV? Check your HDMI cable. It's not jiggled loose. Unless you're using headphones, then I don't know. Yeah, plug it in. That'll help. Surfer, you're getting some grief tonight. Billy's made me swear because of you. Cable has been jiggled. Then I don't know what else to suggest to you, Bob. Maybe turn the volume up on the TV. Press the unmute. Get the cat off the remote. That's what it is. Cat stood on the mute button. So 17 laps for race 2. I'll try and remember that. It's not a half hour. A couple of seasons ago it was a 15-minute and a half an hour. And for, well, as you've seen tonight, some nights I still think it's a 15-minute and a half an hour. A little bit of blame can go on to Chris Cutler for that, because he still runs the minis were still like that. And yeah, that confused me a little bit, but that's now changed as well, so I got confused that one, and that's now 15 minutes and 25 minutes, so yeah, I still call that one a half an hour race for race 2 as well. Oh well. You boys should stop making it so confusing. So it looks like we're about ready to start race 2. Bottom Pot just giving a shout for all drivers to get themselves on track. I'm not reading that, Billy. I've already got myself in trouble. Bam! You see that? You see that? He's a genius. So Purcell going to lead us around on lap 1. Well, if he holds on to that position, he's going to lead us away on lap 1 for race 2 at least. Let's see if Billy Miller can redeem himself enough to... see if Surfer Ev can redeem himself enough to get Billy Miller off his case. MRC Bobby, his car now making a noise after moving the cat. So Bottom Up Pot still got 5 minutes in. Maybe join this fun for no reason at the minute. It's your fault, Billy. Gonna get like Ofcom on me or something. It's after the watershed, damn it. Do what I want. Might not have been after the watershed when it happened, when the incident occurred. Billy, you do realise we've got Purcell and Potter on the front row of the grid in race 2, don't you? Just throw that out there. Purcell's no slouch in that Audi, I'll tell you. Oh, they are not a match for Surfer Ev. So he's gone from hating to loving Surfer. Giving you props now. Hating to loving. Unfortunately, still no PAV 46, so it looks like we're going to miss him for race 2. Bit of a shame. There's for Ev just getting some fresh boots on. Now he's going to give Billy some grief. Surfer Ev, no match for Potomac Pot. And Purcell 288. We'll see. Father and son team of Purcell and Jambu. Oh, that's the wrong button. Meant to press that one. So yeah, Jambu and Purcell, father and son team. Both rocking the Burghardt liveried Audis. I think it's Burghardt Photography, I believe. That's yeah, don't get a chance to look at his car from the side angle, unfortunately. I get a different view of it. No, that's as much as I can get. Okay. Yeah, I think it's Burghardt Photography. Ah, revenge psychology. Tell him he's good, he sticks it in the wall. So time ticking close now, the boys getting their practice starts in. You may see one or two drivers practicing the old starts. Potomac Pot just giving the ready shout. I think most people are. I've got all 9 drivers in the lobby. Bob's had some good results, as we know. So the because he's not carrying any extra weight, he might do all right in race 2. We'll have to see what sort of strategies people are playing as well. Tyre wear and fuel consumption play a big part in the second race. So Purcell's going to lead us away. Potomac Pot 2nd, G-Marge 3rd, Surfer F 4th, Dangly Ball 5th, Bobby 6th, Burnt Fry 7th, Jambu 8th, Philo 9th, and unfortunately losing Pav in race 1 and unable to join for race 2. So lights are on. Wait for these to drop. Great start, the Audi's absolutely storming away from the line. Who was that shooting up the inside? More than likely an Audi. It was MRC Bobby. Storming run. Bobby's got himself up into 3rd position. Billy Miller's called it right already. He's battling for 2nd though, trying to get that off G-Marge. He's going to have the inside line into the hairpin. If he doesn't compromise his speed around the turn, he holds on to that into 2nd place for MRC Bobby then. Storming start off the grid for Bob. G-Marge into 3rd. Jambu into 4th. Potomac Pot 5th, starting from the back of the grid as well, so also having a great start. Burnt Fry 6th, carrying the extra weight from race 1. Jambu also. Surfer Ev in 7th. TNR Philo, the winner from race 1, carrying the maximum success ballast. He's sitting in 8th, putting some pressure on Surfer Ev though for 7th. Down the inside for TNR Philo. Just have to keep an eye on his tyre wear as well. I'll flick that up in a second. So he pushes Surfer F down to 8th. Dangly Balls now at the back of the pack in 9th. Let's see how the Renault gets on in race 2. So Purcell leading, Bob 2nd. Let's get some gubbins up for you lot. Right. So the two Audis up front. G Marge, was in third. He's just got it wrong through the hairpin. Slowed him right down. He's now in sixth, almost running it wide through there, so he's dropping all the positions. He's going to end up at the back of the pack at this rate. He is now at the back of the pack. Dangley Balls, the final driver to get past him, just chops off that inside line. So one corner, and let's put him from third. Oh, he's back down the inside of Dangley. Dangley getting the final turn wrong. And that's allowed G Marge through to retake that 8th position. Dangley in 9th. Right, so let's go and see what's happening up front. I've just seen Potter McPot get himself up into 3rd position past Jambu. Jambu slots himself in behind Potter. He's got Fry tucked into his rear wing as well. Potter McPot goes a little bit defensive into turn 2. Cuts a bit of that corner off, and unfortunately he's just dinked Jambu into the wall. He slows down to give that position back. Now he's going to end up all the way down the field. Jambu comes through. That allows Potter McPot to put the power back down. He's only got Dangley Balls behind him. Dangley coming at a fast rate of knots as well. But he's just going to hold on to 8th for Potter McPot. It's unfortunate. A tiny bit of contact just pushed Jambu wide. Potter also out on the medium tyre. Picked a fair amount of damage up from that as well. Jambu's picked up a little bit of damage from that contact too. So they can either live with that or a trip to the pits it is. Potter McPot making a move back for that position. Up front, Purcell in the Audi, Bob in the other Audi, running away with this one at the minute. There's only a second between them. Purcell's got it all wrong. Oh my God, where's he gone? Purcell's got it all wrong into the hairpin. He's facing the wrong way. He's got all the drivers coming past him now. Oh, Purcell. Disastrous hairpin for Purcell. So he's gone from first to last in one turn. MRC Bobby then now got 4.5 second lead out front. Half a tank of fuel on board. Clean track in front of him. Under no threat from behind. Teeing off Philo up into second. Where have you come from? Fry looking for a move down the inside into turn 1 though. Up the inside. Can he carry the speed? Philo's going to be compromised tyre wear. He's out on the mediums, so not the fastest tyre. So a little bit of bumping and a barging going on in race 2 already, but nothing is malicious. Just very slight mistakes as drivers come through the pack. Philo is flying. Don't even know how he got. Oh, but Philo's run wide and Fry's run wide. I think he's just collared Surfer Ev as well. Surfer Ev getting collected in that incident. Fry back on track now in 8th. Purcell, unfortunately, still behind him. He's had that damage repaired though. But unfortunately, I think he may be picking up a penalty. I believe he's accidentally put a set of tyres on. So Bob's starting to do a Philo now, 6.4 second lead. We are only on to lap 3. It did take Philo 6 laps to get 6 seconds. So Philo into second position then, even with an off. He's managed to keep it in a straight line without contact with the wall, no damage for him. But now way off of MRC Bobby in front. G Marge getting himself back up into 3rd through that chaos. He'll be astounded with that. He was losing positions left, right and centre, getting that very turn wrong. So Potter McPot in 4th. He's going to stick with that damage by the look of it. Just got that final turn a little bit wrong. He's under a threat from Dangley Balls for that 4th position. Both of these drivers out on the medium tyre. Jambu was well behind on the medium tyre. Again, a little bit of damage from that contact between himself and Potter. Purcell just been in the pits, picked up more damage. So that's going to compromise him. Surfer Ev back out the pits. He's stuck on the same tyres but had himself repaired. So he's sitting in 8th. Fry now 9th. damage, had that repaired again, not picked up tyres. Bob now 7-second lead. With all the extra weight from race 1, doing a great job in race 2 at the minute, sitting in 2nd position. We are already on to lap 4 of 17. Marge also doing a great job holding on to that 3rd position, making his way through the chaotic crash that happened halfway round. Losing a bit of time to Philo, it's allowed Pot to close that gap up as well. Managed to make a tiny bit of a gap between himself and Dangly Balls. It's still not massive, it's only 0.5 of a second. Rear end on that BMW, a little bit loose for Potter McPot. His fastest lap of the race though for Potter, 1:53.4. He's pulling a little more time over Dangly Ball in 5th. Jambu another 2.1 seconds back, 6th position. Purcell now in the pits, so he's got to get repaired again. So Purcell just being released. Keeps Burnfry at the back of the pack, but he has got Purcell not too far in front to chase, only 5 seconds, and we know that Lexus is pretty damn quick. So still 7 seconds over Philo. Not doing too bad on those racing softs for Bob. Philo's actually just pulled 2 tenths on him. He's out on a reasonably worn set of mediums. It looks like he's actually starting to gain time on Bob now. He has pulled another 10th, down to 6.6 seconds from 7. Marge still got 3.5 second gap in 3rd between himself and TNR Philo. He's managed to keep that 3 second gap between himself and Potter McPot as well. But we know Potter McPot's holding damage, so I pretty much can guarantee he's going to wait till the end of lap 7 to get that repaired. He's going to put over fuel, tyres and everything else. But it's costing him time. You can see that BMW's not liking it through these tight turns. Front end wheel damage as well, just costing him a bit of time, a bit of grip again there. So doing well to fend off Dangly Ball at the minute. Dangly Ball also out that medium tyre, but unable to put the pressure on Potter McPot even with those small mistakes. So Bobby, unfortunately, I think Bobby's put a set of tyres on as well. Bob. In 5th at the minute. Surfer Ev 6th. He's out on the medium tyre. Not a lot of wear on those. He's doing a good job on those tyres at the minute, is Surfer. He is under threat from Jambu at the minute in the Audi. Again, I think Jambu's accidentally pressed the tyre button. Naughty, naughty boys. So Burnfry's got himself up into 6th. Purcell. Oh, Purcell. It's almost as if Purcell picks up damage every lap. Not far off, so lap 1, lap 2 he was in the pits, lap 3 he was out, lap 4 he was in the pits, lap 5 he was in the pits. He might even be in the pits this lap. What's happened to Burnfry now? Burnfry's just got it a little bit wrong, I think. Picked up no damage, but it's allowed Purcell back through. Right, so Bobby has pit. Philo takes the lead of the race. So going from the back to the front. What do we got? Lap 7. But he was up to 3rd place pretty much by the end of lap 2. G-Marge up into 2nd, again yet to stop. Potter McPotts, he's in 3rd. MRC Bobby putting the pressure on him though. So Potter on the worn mediums with a little bit of damage. Bob on the fresh softs, no damage on his car. So I thought we'd see Potter in at the end of this lap. Dangly ball might stop out for a lap or two. Surfer F holding that 6th position. He's now under no threat from Jambu after his stop. Purcell, yeah, back out the pits again. I think Purcell getting it all wrong in the final 2 turns, coming down the hill and just getting the break-ins wrong into the tight little right-left just before the start-finish line. We'll come back and check on him at some point. Burnfry now in the pits, not doing a lot. Looks like Burnfry might be sitting the end of this race out. So Philo continues to lead, 5.7 seconds, but yet to stop. Files the MRC Bobby back, the first of the stoppers. He is 8.4 seconds back. So possibly we'll be able to get that position back off Philo. So Philo in the pits now. Bob just coming through those last couple of turns. Potter McPotts caught, blimey. Potter into the pits, only just. Dangly Balls follows him in. So Marge takes the lead of the race. It's not doing bad on your tyre wear either, Marge. A couple of laps of fuel left as well, no damage. But you are going to start losing time to a faster MRC Bobby behind you. He's holding a fair chunk of fuel. But he's on the faster tyre. I think we're going to see that time come down. Yeah, it's down to 1.7 already. So Philo back out of the pits, 3.3 seconds back. Dangly Ball actually jumping Potter in that pit stop, only taking on board half a tank. And a fresh set of racing softs. Potter McPotts gone for almost a full tank and racing softs. 6.8 seconds back from Dangly Ball now. So Surfer Ev been in half a tank, fresh set of softs, 6th position. Jambu in 7th, 5.5 seconds back. Again, stopped a couple of laps ago. Purcell pretty much been in the pits every lap to get damage repaired. Looks like he's missed the final turn this time. Yeah, Burnfry decided to sit this run out. Right, so we should see G-Marge come into the pits this lap. That will give MRC Bobby the race lead back. Although he has not now got TNR Philo. He's taken a second and a half out of Bob's time. So he's now out on the soft tyre as well. Was on the mediums for the first stint. So there's a Marge comes in the pits. Bob takes the lead of the race, but there is only a second, 1.2 between Bobby and Philo. Where does G-Marge come out? Dangly Ball just coming around these last couple of turns. G-Marge still in the pits, just been released now. So he comes out and holds on to that 3rd position for G-Marge. So he might well be able to run till the end of the race here. Might start being compromised near the end on the soft tyre. But if he can stop at this position, it'll be a great result for G-Marge, the lonely CRT driver in this one. So Dangly Ball in 4th. He was 6 seconds ahead of Potter. Potter running it on the grass, but keeping it in a straight line. Losing a bit of time to Dangly Ball through that as well. Yeah, but the gap was 6.8 seconds or 6 point something seconds. Oh, Potter. Just on board. There's more damage for Potter. There's a trip to the pits for him. That's unfortunate while we were on board. It did look like he was going to be able to close that gap up on Dangly Ball. So Philo been able to close that gap right as Bob. He's gone for the move, taken first position. But not a lot of fuel on board for TNR Philo. MRC Bobby obviously doesn't know that. He's still racing for position. He's holding all that fuel as well. A bit of wear on those tyres for him. Side by side down the start-finish straight. Bob looking like he's going to get P1 back. Or maybe not. TNR Philo getting a great turn one, carrying all the speed around the outside. Just holds on to top spot at the minute. MRC Bobby second. But again, not a lot of fuel on board for Philo. He'll have to stop in a few laps' time. But so will Bob. Bob's got a lot of wear on those soft tyres already. He may try and run long. So G-Marge in that third position. Comfortably as well in third position. 4 seconds over Dangly Ball in fourth. So well out of the fight with Potter McPot after Potter McPot pinned it into the wall just a second ago. Surfer Ev fifth. We'll see 6.7 back from Dangly Ball. We'll keep an eye on that. He's closing a little bit of time down. Does alright in the BMW. Does Surfer Ev. He puts in some decent times. There you go. Purple sectors from him. This next turn, and we'll see what his next split time is. We'll see whether he's managed to maintain that pace or not. Heather McDowell, even though it's not Heather, oh, he's not quite managed to keep up that pace, but it will be his fastest lap of the race if he carries on. Chris 74 Mac, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. Right, so Bob's come in the pits this lap. Fresh boots, fuel. Oh, he's not taking on board fuel. He's gone for mediums actually, Bob. That's a strange choice with 6 laps to go. Anyway, but that allows a great big chunk of fresh air between himself and TNR Philo. Now 6.6 seconds out front. Again, very little fuel on board for Philo. 11 of 16. Whether he comes in next lap or the following lap, I don't know. He's got about 2 laps of fuel on board, I would say. Yeah, strange choice of a tyre there, Bob. Ah, you have not used a medium yet, have you? You went soft medium, that's right. So, G-Marge, now 9.2 seconds back from MRC Bobby. After Bob's stop, he's gained more time over Dangly Ball, 5.2 seconds. Some great shots of this circuit at dusk. Into 6th then, putting in his fastest lap at lap 8 on 52.2. Purcell on 52.7 as well, being hounded by Potter McPot after having his, I'll say his damage repaired. He's picked up front end damage. So we're looking for that 7th position off of Purcell. Fry obviously definitely sitting the end of this lap, this race out, only putting in 5 laps. Now sitting in the pits. So Philo continues to lead. He's kept that gap. Bob's closed it down a little bit. He's taken about 0.3 of a second out, so he's got it down to 0.4 now. 6.2 seconds from 6.6. So, two pretty decent results tonight for MRC Bobby. Some great results for TNR Philo at the minute, taking the race win in race 1 and looking quite comfortable for the race win in race 2. And G Marge, slowly CRT driver in Pro League, he's had a blinder in race 2. There was chaos into, well, coming out of the long left-hander. A couple of drivers, or a driver got a wheel on the grass. No, it's Philo and Burnfry, I think. Both got wheels on the grass. Philo just managed to keep it in a straight line and got it back on track. Burnfry unfortunately pinned himself into the wall and then took out Surfer Ev. And G Marge just managed to make his way through all the chaos into 3rd position, and that's where he's stayed pretty much. He's still got 5 seconds over Dangly Ball as well. Dangly Balls has got to stop anyway for fuel and tyres. Surfer Ev has also got to stop. Surfer Ev actually sticking in fastest lap of the race there, 151.020. So when we saw him doing purple sectors, I think he did manage to close that time back up. That's a great lap, 151.020. Right, so Dangly Ball's in now. I would expect to see Surfer Ev in as well. Yep. Oh, there's TNR Philo. He's got to be about ready to come in. He is. He's going to have to be careful on this lap. May have to do... Ooh, wheels on the grass there for Philo. Okay, Bob's lost a bit of time to him. Philo has put in a couple of storming laps. But yeah, he might just have to do a tiny bit of fuel saving come the end of this lap. 7.7 seconds, 7.8 seconds over MRC Bobby. I think TNR Philo is going to roll into the pits literally as his engine cuts out. So up and over the hill. Does run out of fuel now, it's all downhill to the pits. It does mean he's going to be compromised coming out of the last couple of turns if he can't accelerate. But yeah, he's played a blinder, he's run his fuel perfectly. Comes in the pits now then. Let's see where that puts. Why did you do that to me? Bobby comes through that final set of turns then. Stopped a couple of laps ago, he's on the mediums. Didn't take on board fuel. What are we on? Lap 14 of 17. Can he now hold that position from TNR Philo? So just released from the pits now. Let's let them settle back into place and we'll look at the gap. So 4.3 seconds the gap between first placed MRC Bobby and second TNR Philo. TNR Philo also out on the fresh set of racing softs. MRC Bobby on a few laps old set of racing mediums. So he's got 4 laps to try and defend from TNR Philo. G Marge, he's come in for his final stop, put on a set of softs and just over a quarter of a tank. Now 11 seconds over closest rival MRC Dangly Ball. Surfer Ev right on the rear bumper of Dangly Ball for that 4th position as well. Let's see if Surfer can close the gap up. He's putting in some storming times as Surfer Ev, holding fastest lap of the race as well in race 2. So Billy just saying to you, Bob, just calm it down. Don't try storming away with it because you're on those worn tyres. Even if Philo takes you, 2nd place is still a good position. So just half a second between 5th and 4th. On board with 5th place Surfer Ev as we join the hunt for MRC Dangly Ball. Just extends up to 0.9 of a second. Dangly Ball getting some good exits out of those turns. Both these drivers on the fresh tyre as well. So Dangly Ball's just keeping himself out of danger. Surfer Ev maybe trying a little bit too hard, putting that BMW under increased pressure. Yeah, gap extended to that's a whole second there now. Okay. I'll say that. Surfer Ev has just stormed in another fastest lap of the race, 150.780. Well, I'll shut up then. Right, so the fight for the top. MRC Bobby now 1.3 seconds, the gap between himself and TNR Philo. That gap coming down rapidly as well. Purple sectors for TNR Philo, looking for fastest lap of the race come the end of this race 2. All over the rear end of that Audi now. As they come through to finish lap 15, up and over the hill. Bobby almost compromised. May see TNR Philo go for a little late lunge into one of these turns. Oh, tiny bit of contact between himself and Bob. So Philo comes in the pits anyway, gets the damage repaired, probably going to go for a fresh set of boots. Allows Bobby to retake the lead of the race. He has got a bit of rear end damage. Philo back out of the pits in second, 6.5 seconds he's now got to make up. 2 laps to do it. It's a tall order, but Philo's a quick guy. We'll see what happens there. Marge still comfortably third position, now 7.3 seconds over Dangly Ball. I wonder if he's just seen that gap between himself and TNR Philo as well, 6.5 seconds. Maybe praying that TNR Philo's stuffed it into a wall somewhere. Surfer Ev still putting the pressure on Dangly Balls for that 4th position. Got the gap down to 0.3. Oh yeah, you're CRT, well you're wherever you feel like being. Sure, Burnt Fry. Different lines through there. Dangly Ball taking the nice wide line. Surfer Ev hugging the inside through there. Looks like it pays off for Dangly Balls a little bit. He is just able to pull off a little bit. But Surfer Ev closing back up under braking. Right, so we will be on to the final lap now. MRC Bobby comes across the line to start his final lap. And just as I thought, TNR Philo has taken 3 seconds out of him in a lap. So it could still be on here for top spot for TNR Philo. Let's just try and gauge. There's MRC Bobby in the distance, just going around the kink. Into the hairpin. 3 seconds the gap, 2.9. 2.7, another 0.2. Bob out on the worn medium tyres. Oh, half a second taken out of Bob's time there. Again, Bob just struggling on the exits of these turns to try and get the power down. The gap down to 2 seconds, less than. Don't worry, Burnt Fry will come back and check up on George in a second. Oh, TNR Philo's running a little bit wide, gives MRC Bobby a tiny bit of breathing room. Gap at 1.2 seconds. Only a few corners left. Can Philo make a late lunge into the hairpin? He's closing up on MRC Bobby. Maybe a little bit too far back for the attack into this corner. Bob chucks himself over to the right hand side of the track. Philo doing a great job of running side by side with Bobby. A little bit of door banging. Philo carrying all the speed up and over the hill. I think he's going to get all the way past Bob before the... oh no, he's not. Bob just runs him into the wall a little bit, side by side. It looks like Bob just got clattered into the wall a tiny bit. TNR Philo takes the win then. There's a great little battle at the end there between those two. Bobby comes home second. Both drivers absolutely out of fuel. G Marge comes home third. Happy days for Mr. Marge. He'll be well happy with that one. G Marge backwards across the line for fourth. Surfer Ev unfortunately not able to get past him for fifth. Jambu going to come home sixth. A couple of corners to go. I think most drivers... oh, Jambu just getting the last couple of corners a bit wrong. Most drivers picking up damage somewhere around this circuit tonight. So Jambu does come home in sixth. Potter McPot. Oh, all sorts of damage again for Potter McPot. So running slowly, he may lose this position to Purcell. Purcell also holding a little bit of damage. And Potter's definitely going to finish seventh. Purcell's a little bit too far back. That was unfortunate for Potter. So 7th position for him. 8th position for Purcell. And Burnt Fry finishing second race off in the pits. Yeah, and unfortunately no pad 46. That's a shame. Yes, George from Burnt Fry shouts out, great race and finish. Yeah, a little bit bumpy and bargy, but oh, there's always one or two cars that do that when the race finishes. I don't know why. Seem to go at max 17 into a wall. But yeah, some good racing. Yeah, good result for Bob. Definitely a good result for Bob. He'll be happy with that. So, Philo taking the win. MRC Bobby second, Marge third, Dangly Ball fourth, Surfer Ev fifth, Jambu sixth, Potter McPot seventh, Purcell in eighth, and Burnt Fry ninth. So it's an unfortunate night for Potter McPot, finishing near the back of the pack for both races tonight. But great result for G Marge, third place. Like I say, he just managed to avoid all that chaos in the beginning of race 2. Slotted himself through the, it was almost like Days of Thunder, you know, it was just, you saw the cars spinning around, he just aimed for the gap, he went for the gap, made the gap, and that was it, held third from pretty much start till the end, I think it was. Right, so what we got coming up tomorrow night, we've got round 4 of the Battle of the Groups. I forget where that's from. That's been some good racing in that one. So it's pairs of teams from 7 different sim racing groups. We've got SimFX, we've got Next Gen Racing, we've got Mature Racing Club, we've got P1 Race Community, we've got Tanso Racing, we've got Eldar Racing, and who's the 7th one? Oh, come on. P1 Next Gen SimFX. CRT drivers, of course it is CRT drivers. So 7 different sim racing groups in tomorrow night's race. That starts at 9 o'clock. It might be me and CJ, but CJ's struggling with internet at the minute, because I'm sure he's plugged into like a field somewhere. So it might just be me on my own tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. Like I say, I don't know whether CJ can get himself wired up into anything, but we'll see. So that's 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 9 o'clock Saturday, 9 o'clock Sunday. 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 9 o'c Sunday night, we're back for round 2 of the new Super Formula League by the P1 boys. Ooh, Saturday night, team versus team. Sorry, let me say that again. Team versus team versus team. So a new sim racing group that's popped up on the scene. I don't know how long they've been going, but they're new on the scene to the majority of people that, you know, in the groups that the majority of people know. The 7 I've just mentioned. So we've got Amigos Sim Racing. They are having a team versus versus MRC and P1 on Saturday night. So that's half 8 qualifying. And then is it a 50-minute race, I think? I'll pull the details up, I'll give you those tomorrow. But that's Saturday night, so we'll see how the Amigos boys get on. Like I say, one of the sim racing groups that most of the guys haven't heard of. So that's Saturday night. Sunday night we've got the round 2 of the Super Formulas. Monday night, 8:30, we've got round 9 of the Minis. Again, a good little league. And then next week, same time, same place, for round 9 of the MRC Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League, which you've watched with me tonight. So like I say, this was, there have been 2 leagues. There's Pro and Pro-Am. Pro-Am are being shown on Ghost Realm Gaming's channel on YouTube. So if you want to go and check out the Pro-Ams, go check out his channel. Go check out the sponsors as well, Team Oliver Racing, the Nutty Truck Driver Racing Team, and then if you want stuff hauling around the country, go give Martin Oliver Transport a shout as well. Other than that, that's pretty much going to be it. Anything I've missed in the stream? Unlucky Jordan. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him, but awesome race. Shame about the crash. Oh yeah, from the yeah, that was the Jordan thing. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of followed Philo off track. Philo managed to get it back on the black stuff and kept it pointed in a straight line. Unfortunately, CRT Burnt Fry made a beeline for Surfer Ev, took him out. But in the meantime, that did give G Marge his 3rd position, so he don't care. Cheers, Billy. Thanks for stopping in, mate. Appreciated. No worries, Surfer. See you later, brother. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me as well. So I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.